It's just religion. It's just religion.
Hello and welcome to RS and 5 or Less, where we ask the question, war? What is it good for? War and conflict and aggression have been a part of human history for as long as there has been human history. Nature is said to be red in tooth and claw. Are we biologically programmed to go to war with each other? Is it a natural thing to want to take resources from somebody else if it will ensure the survival of my own group? Or is war a terrible mistake, one that has been repeated again and again and again over human history, and one that we could, with the right motivation and the right technology, do without? Does religion have a voice in causing war, and does religion have a voice in solving the problem of war? When thinking about this, we have to ask, why is war a moral issue anyway? Maybe it's just a brute fact, something that is and something that we should get used to. However, there is something to be said for the belief that war is a moral problem because it causes injury and death. If I were to go out into the street now and murder somebody, that would be morally wrong. However, if I was in a war situation and found myself in the same street, killing the same person, it wouldn't be as clear-cut. Are there good reasons to take the life of another human? And if so, what are those reasons? There are many arguments why people should or should not go to war, as well as how people should act in war. For an insight into what these arguments might look like when queuing for an appointment, click here. For an extension, research all the wars from the year 1900 to the present day from around the world. What factors do you find in common among all of them? And is war a terrible mistake that keeps being repeated, or an inevitable part of human nature? When it comes to religious views about war, different religions have different views, as is always the case. But even within individual religions, there is a variety of views. In Christianity, for example, Jesus is called the Prince of Peace, who tells his followers to put their swords away, for all who draw the sword will die by the sword, in Matthew 26. However, it also says in the Old Testament that the Lord is a warrior, and there are many examples in the Old Testament of war being the instruction of God. Equally within Islam, in the 26th Surah, it says that the servants of Allah are those who walk humbly, and when people are aggressive towards them, reply with words of peace. However, the Quran has many battles in which the Prophet Muhammad and other early leaders of Islam are involved in war and take the lives of others. And the 4th chapter of the Quran says that those who fight in the way of Allah will receive a great reward. How are these differences within and between religions to be made sense of? Perhaps it depends on the context of the original text, as well as the situation of the believers who are reading these texts. And after war has come to an end, there are 4 concepts that are often sought. The first of these is peace. This is not simply the absence of conflict, but it is the presence of something. Peace is tranquility, happiness in one's own situation, and the ability to pursue our well-being. Often justice is also sought. Justice is where people who have done wrong are held to account for their actions. It is also linked to a sense of equality, where people after a war or conflict are given equal opportunities to better their own lives. Sometimes in order to achieve peace and justice, there needs to be forgiveness. Forgiveness is actively choosing to not hold the wrongs of the past against somebody. This is not to say that things are fine, but it is to say that we will not seek future conflict. It releases somebody or a group of people from the desire to want to harm them in revenge. And fourthly, reconciliation. This is where 2 parties who have been at odds, who have been at conflict, who have been involved in war, are brought together in order to seek common ground and avoid future conflict. Some questions to consider. Give me your answers in the comments below in 50 words or more. Is there a difference morally between taking somebody's life during wartime and taking somebody's life during peacetime? Are Christianity and Islam warlike religions or peaceful religions? Like John Lennon, is it possible to imagine a time where there would be no war at all anywhere in the world? And how should verses from the Bible or Quran be read by believers today?